Hello and welcome to Turning You On to Preservation. I'm your host, Krista Marie, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today and that you took time to check out my vlog. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll roll through some of my favorite preservation-related articles that I found on the web. So the Sears building has been vacant since 1993. It actually ceased operations back in 1983, and therefore it kind of ran for about 56 years, starting in 1927. The total cost for this estimated project is about $175 million. That's a lot of money. $15 million, says the city council, is coming from local, state, and federal funds. A 1.5 million square foot space is going to potentially contain everything from gyms to a public high school for focusing on arts and sciences. And even though they're going to be doing this, their main thing is going to be healthcare. In the end, this adaptive reuse project will not only potentially save a building from demolition, but according to the city's housing and development section, it's going to create 1,300 jobs. 875 of those new jobs will be generating about 37 million annually, which is great because it's going to help the local economy. Thanks to the Portable Antiquities Scheme and Treasures Act of 1966, has, according to the British Museum director Neil MacGregor, revolutionized archaeology, ensuring that finds found by ordinary members of the public are rewriting history. Among the most celebrated finds of 2012 was the rare Anglo-Saxon collection of coins, silver jewelry, and brooches that were dating back to 9 AD, and they're found in Norfolk. 3 pennies minted in the name of Edmund, king of the East Angles. So little is known about the reign of King Edmund. They do know that he was captured by a Vikings raiding party who tied him to a tree, shot him with arrows, and then decapitated him. I don't know about you, but that is a horrible way to die. And according to legend, his severed head was guarded by a wolf who called out to those who sought to try to bury his head with his body. Really cool story. It's another archaeology story, and it's about some underwater archaeologists who have found that there's human bones at the bottom of a Maya underwater cave in Mexico. This flooded sinkhole actually frightens nearby villagers. Many think that it is haunted. So ancient Maya actually seem to keep their distance from this place. It's most likely due to the fact that it is full of human bones at the bottom. This ceno, also known as a natural well, was placed just outside of the ancient city limits of the Maya community. It's kind of unusual because there's about 40 of these cenotes, and most of them were placed inside the city, and they're primarily used as a source of drinking water for the locals. So when archaeologists were investigating this sinkhole, they found cow bones in addition to human bones. And they also realized what was unusual about the fact that it being outside the city limits and being considered really haunted is that most of the Mayapan, which is the ancient Maya culture, buried their dead either under the house or near the house. So why did they end up putting them in this well? So one theory they came up with is that these possibly were plague victims, and they were placed in this well away from all the other Maya community so as not to continue to spread the infection. So next up, Michael Graves' Portland building is kind of hanging in the balance. It might end up being demolished, or it might be saved. It's looking like it might be demolished. So this box-shaped building has a very geometric, ornate facade. It has notoriously small windows and very interesting color choices. It's very whimsical and original, I'll give it that. And it definitely stands out against the Portland skyline. So this building was placed on the National Register back in 2011, and it's considered one of the nation's first example of postmodern architecture. So at the time of its completion back in 1982, modernism was starting to be rejected by architects. So you have the Portland building along with the Philip Johnson AT&T building. They're kind of ushering in a new era of architecture. So the reason Michael Graves' Portland building is up for demolition is because people feel that it's an eyesore, that it's not an ideal place to work. There's a big correlation between people calling out sick and to the poorly small constructed windows. Another reason why it's up for demolition is because it was poorly constructed and there's severe water and structural damage, and the estimated cost to repair that is $95 million. That is a lot of money. So people think that the postmodernism building should go ahead and be razed and something else should be put in its stead. It's just, even though it's a historic landmark, half people love it, half people hate it, and they just don't think it's not worth it. Others suggest that instead of completely knocking down the whole building, they should just keep the facade and redo the interior. That is all for turning you on to preservation. Thank you for checking out my vlog. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video, like my Facebook page, and check me out at turningyouonpreservation.com and follow me on Twitter at turningyouontoprez. Thank you all and have a great day.